Hello everyone, welcome to the second video lecture. So in which we are going to test and study the different test point on our kit. So this is our test kit. So we are using the power supply for powering our kit. So in which kit we have the two facilities that we can use external power supply as well as our battery. So in this practical we are using the external power supply for our testing. So this is the 5 volt power supply connected here, and this is the power button by which we can turn on or off our kit. So first we will turn on our kit by pressing this button. So you can see the our mobile is getting up. So this is basically Samsung phone. So you can see here the our mobile phone is powered on. So here is the SIM card section. You can insert the SIM. This is the dual SIM phone. So you can insert two SIM at the same time. So we are inserted the single SIM for this practical. So you can see here our mobile phone is on. So it's like normal phone, but having the different test point taken out for testing purpose. So we need to verify the different voltages and waveform for different test point, like power management unit, keypad, LCD section, and multimeter. So you can see here these are the standard voltage given by the manufacturer. So this voltage and signal should be present at our testing points. So you can see here the RF section, LCD section, voltage, battery voltage, keypad section. So now we are going to test each and each test point according to standard voltage. So here is the test point number 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So these are the test point numbers. So you can see here on kit also they have mentioned 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like 15, 16, 17. So we have to measure the voltage at this point and verify with the reference voltage given by the manufacturer. So let's begin with our test point. So we need one multimeter so for measuring the voltage. So please keep it in 20 volt range, because our maximum voltage is not more than the 5 volt range. So you can see the mobile phone is on. So first we will start with our VCC. So as I already told you that we are using the external power supply 5 volt. So here is the VCC point. So here is the voltage must be 5 volt. So if I test here, you can see the 5 volt is there. So our first testing is correct, and you can see at the VCC at this point is 3.7. So why is it 3.7? Because if you use the battery operated kit, then it will be 3.7 volt. That is the battery voltage. But now in our case we are using the external power supply, that is 5 volt. So in our case this is the 5 volt here. So likewise we have to measure the VRF, that is the V reference voltage. We are getting 2.82 voltage, which is also correct and nearest to the reference voltage. Like VRF to RF section is 2.8 volt. Okay, so like different test point we have to measure, like VDDIO. You can see here which is the actual value. Okay, so these are the different points. So now we will go to the LCD section. So as we know that LCD requires some voltage for operated, like 5 volt, 2 volt, 3 volt for different signaling. So for LCD section we have to measure the LCD voltage, LED voltage, because LCD have some backlight LEDs. So we have to measure that voltage also. So right enable signal, display control signals, input output voltage, reset voltage. So for that they have given some test point. On that test point we have to verify the standard voltages. So we will turn on the LCD and measure the voltage at point number 6. So we will connect the multimeter at point number 6. So you can see the 4.91 is we are getting. So now this is our actual, we are actual getting the 5 volt here. So now we will check with our reference voltage. So you can see here is 3.8. But why is 3.8? Because if you use battery operated, so it will come 3.8 or 3.7. But now this is the power supply operated, so it will getting 5 volt. Okay, so like 7 number pin. Okay, so now we'll measure the voltage at point number 7. So you can see here the LED voltage is 1.8. So we'll verify at the multimeter. So you can see here 1.8 is coming, so that is also correct. So point number 8 is for right enable signal. So this is a we have to observe this on CRO. So what signal are getting from processor to LCD for writing or reading the display. So point number 9 is for display control signal. 10 is for input output voltage, that is 2.8. So we are getting 2.8. This is 2.8. So you can refer the user manual of this kit. So in that also you can get this detail. Point number 11, this is reset voltage 1.6. okay, so now we'll move to the next section of our practical. So that is a keypad section. So in keypad there are some test points like 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 for vertical and horizontal rows. So you can see here in our kit, see here 15 to 19 key matrix row data, 20 to 24 is key matrix column data. So there are, you can, if you already studied that keypad matrix, there are two sections like a row and column. So for that we need to check the signal at this point also. So if you press any button in this line, in this keypad, so you can see here the LED is growing, so means row and columns are connecting. So we can also measure the voltage at this point. So if I press this button and measure the voltage 15, so I am getting some 1.8 voltage, like you can see here. If I press 2.7 volt, okay, like this we have to measure the voltage at different points. So this is the keypad, LCD and the power management unit, and the other peripheral like vibrator, buzzer, mic, speaker. There are also some other specification like voltages, waveform. So that we have also verified. We have to verify. Okay. So you can see here the test point for buzzer, vibrator, keypad LED 2 shown here. So for testing the buzzer and vibrator, we can use our mobile phone setting. Right. So for testing the vibrator and buzzer, we need to on the buzzer and vibrator from setting. As all we are aware of these settings, like if you want to play some sound or something, we can set ringtone. Go. So sound is coming, like speaker is in working state. So we'll measure the voltage at speaker. Okay. So you can see here some voltages are getting here. Now later on we have to verify also the waveform at this point, and you can see here these signals are vibrator control signal, buzzer signal, speaker audio signal, RS signal. Okay. This is for speaker. So now for vibrator, we have to activate the vibrator. So you can feel the vibrator is activated. Okay. So vibrator is here. You can see it's rotating. So we can also measure the voltage at vibrator by connecting the multimeter. See here you can 2.9 volt is coming. Whenever the vibrator is vibrating, voltage is increasing. So these are some test cases like vibrator, buzzer and other. Okay. So this is another section is a SIM card section. So here is a dual SIM phone. So we can use both SIM at same time or one SIM at the same time. In our case we have connected only single SIM. So now it is only single SIM phone. So we can also measure the different signal at this point. So these are the points. So this is the SIM card section. We have inserted only SIM 1. So we have to measure the different voltage at SIM card section. So 25, 28, 26, these are the point we have to measure. So you can see here the points at different SIM card 25, 31 voltages. So as we have connected only SIM 1, so we will measure the voltage at 25 pin. So we are getting the 1.8 volt. So it's nearly about our expected value, and we can also measure at different point 28, 26, and if we measure at SIM 2, so we will getting 0 because no SIM is connected here. Okay. So if we measure at SIM 1, we will get some voltage here. Okay. So likewise we have to measure the different voltages and different waveform for different test points. Like we can also measure the transmit signal and receive signal at this point. So this is the dual band antenna switch. Here is the transmitting section. So we can observe the transmitting waveform on spectrum analyzer. So it looks like this. You can see here transmit receive signal on the spectrum analyzer, and the RX and RX IQ data. So that is a modulation scheme. So in which we can observe the different I and Q component of transmitted and received signals. Here you can see the ADC and DAC output. So these are the practicals we have to perform on the DSO. So likewise we have to perform this practical.